The Uninvited Guest, Cabin in the Woods, 2018. Imagine escaping to a secluded paradise where the only sounds are rustling leaves and chirping birds. Sarah and Michael thought they had found the perfect retreat near Mount Rainier, Washington. Their rented cabin, tucked away deep in the woods, promised tranquility, a chance to unplug from the chaos of daily life. The first day unfolded like a dream. Hiking along serene trails, warming up by the crackling fireplace, and watching the stars twinkle in an endless sky. But as night fell, the serene escape took a sinister turn. On their second night, as the couple lay in bed, whispers floated through the air. At first faint and almost indistinguishable, they grew louder, interspersed with the sound of soft footsteps. "Did you hear that?" Sarah whispered, her voice trembling. Michael nodded, grabbing a flashlight. They searched the cabin, finding nothing out of place. Just as they were about to dismiss the sounds as the creaks of an old building, Michael noticed something odd under the bed. A loose wooden panel. Curiosity overcame fear as he pried it open, revealing a crawl space. What they found inside made their blood run cold. Old clothes, yellowed with age, and a collection of photographs. Each picture showed previous guests in the cabin, sound asleep in their beds. The most chilling discovery was a recent photo, one of Sarah and Michael, taken the previous night. Without a second thought, they packed their belongings and fled into the night. Their dream vacation transformed into a living nightmare. The Hidden Cameras, City Apartment, New York, 2019. If you think safety is guaranteed in a bustling metropolis, think again. Emma, a solo traveler, was eager to experience the heart of New York City. She found a modern, stylish apartment through a reputable rental platform. With its sleek decor and panoramic skyline view, it seemed perfect. But sometimes perfection hides something sinister. On her first night, Emma noticed something odd. The smoke detector, placed directly above her bed, seemed unusually large. The alarm clock on the bedside table had a faint red light that didn't flicker like a typical LED. Dismissing her unease as overthinking, she went about her day. But as hours turned into days, her discomfort grew. Finally, unable to ignore her instincts, she decided to investigate. Emma carefully examined the smoke detector and found a tiny lens embedded inside. Her stomach dropped as she checked other items around the apartment, discovering more hidden cameras cleverly concealed in ordinary objects. Terrified, she immediately contacted the authorities. The investigation revealed the host had been secretly recording guests for months. Emma's bravery in reporting the incident led to the host's arrest and highlighted the importance of vigilance in short-term rentals. As Emma's story spread, others began scrutinizing their own stays. What if someone was watching you right now, through the eyes of an unassuming object? The Haunted Farmhouse in Pennsylvania, 2017. Imagine arriving at a picturesque farmhouse surrounded by rolling hills and golden fields, expecting laughter-filled nights with friends. That was the plan for 5 college buddies on a weekend getaway to Pennsylvania. The farmhouse's rustic charm seemed like the perfect escape, but charm can sometimes conceal dark secrets. From the first night, strange occurrences disrupted their fun. The sound of doors slamming echoed through the house, though no one had touched them. Sudden cold spots sent shivers down their spines, even as the summer air outside remained warm. Whispers floated through the hallways, too faint to make out, yet impossible to ignore. The group decided to explore the attic, hoping to find answers. There, amidst cobwebs and dust, they discovered an old journal. Its fragile pages revealed a tragic story. A family who had once lived in the farmhouse had perished in a fire. As they read the journal aloud, a heavy silence fell, and the whispers grew louder, almost as if the house itself was listening. Terrified, the friends packed their belongings and left in the middle of the night, convinced the spirits of the family lingered, unable to move on. Even now, they wonder, were they merely visitors, or had they disturbed something that should have remained undisturbed? The host's obsession, suburban home, California, 2016. Not all dangers come from the supernatural. Sometimes, they come from the people we trust. Karen was excited to attend a professional conference in California and chose a charming suburban home with high reviews. Her host, Peter, greeted her with warmth and enthusiasm, but his behavior quickly turned unsettling. Peter insisted on spending time with Karen, making excuses to linger near her room. "I'm just here to help," he would say with an overly friendly smile. At first, Karen chalked it up to his eagerness to please. But one night, she awoke to a terrifying sight. Peter standing silently at the foot of her bed, staring at her. Paralyzed with fear, Karen pretended to be asleep until he finally left. The next morning, she packed her bags and left without a word. Later, she discovered that Peter had a history of stalking and obsessive behavior. The experience left her shaken but also raised awareness of the importance of background checks for hosts. As you plan your next stay, ask yourself, how well do you really know your host? The Secret Room, Large House in Texas, 2015. Family vacations are meant to be full of joy and exploration. The Johnsons thought they had hit the jackpot when they rented a sprawling house in Texas. With its grand staircase, spacious backyard, and fully stocked game room, it seemed like a dream come true. But the dream quickly turned into a chilling mystery. While playing hide and seek, their youngest son, Ethan, discovered a hidden door in the basement. Behind it lay a small, dark room with walls covered in disturbing drawings, sketches of shadowy figures and cryptic messages that seemed like desperate warnings. "Don't stay. They're watching." Frightened, the family cut their vacation short. They reported their findings to the rental company, who later uncovered evidence linking the room to a series of unsolved disappearances. The Johnsons' vacation turned into a haunting reminder of how little we know about the places we visit. The Creepy Caretaker, Remote Cottage, Oregon, 2017. Lisa and David wanted an intimate anniversary getaway, far from the hustle and bustle of city life. A remote cottage in Oregon promised just that. The listing mentioned a caretaker living nearby, but they didn't anticipate his unsettling presence. From the moment they arrived, the caretaker appeared unannounced, offering unnecessary advice and lingering too long. His visits became more frequent and intrusive, making Lisa and David increasingly uneasy. Then, one night, they heard noises outside their window. Peeking through the curtains, they saw the caretaker standing in the shadows, muttering to himself and staring directly at their cabin. They didn't wait to find out what he might do next. At dawn, they packed their things and left, shaken by the experience. The romantic getaway they had envisioned was now a chilling memory of vulnerability. The Doppelganger, City Apartment, Chicago, 2018. How would you react if everyone treated you like someone you're not? Mark's stay in a stylish Chicago apartment began like any other, with excitement and anticipation. But soon, strangers began calling him by another name, James. Even the building's doorman greeted him with a puzzled, "Back again so soon?" Perplexed, Mark delved into the apartment's history. What he discovered was chilling. The previous tenant, James, had vanished under mysterious circumstances. The resemblance between them was uncanny. Mark couldn't shake the feeling that he was being watched as though someone, or something, believed he was James. Fearing for his safety, Mark left the apartment early. To this day, he wonders if he narrowly escaped a fate similar to James's, or if the apartment still waits for its next victim. The Abandoned Hospital, Old Building, Nevada, 2016. What starts as an adventure can quickly spiral into terror. A group of thrill-seekers booked an old building in Nevada, intrigued by its advertisement as a unique experience. When they arrived, they realized it was an abandoned hospital, its walls peeling and corridors filled with an eerie silence. Initially, their excitement overshadowed the building's decrepit state. But as night fell, the atmosphere grew oppressive. Footsteps echoed in empty halls, lights flickered without explanation, and faint cries seemed to come from nowhere. In one room, shadowy figures darted in and out of view, leaving them paralyzed with fear. Unable to endure the mounting terror, the group fled in the middle of the night, leaving behind their belongings. Weeks later, they learned that the hospital had a dark past, a place where unethical experiments were conducted, and many patients reportedly died in anguish. Even now, the building stands as a monument to unresolved pain, drawing in the curious, only to send them away with chilling tales. The disturbing artwork, Chic Apartment, Miami, 2019. What would you do if your surroundings seemed to come alive? Emily, an art enthusiast, was thrilled to book a chic apartment in Miami adorned with striking modern art. From the moment she entered, the vibrant paintings captivated her, depicting abstract figures and bold, dynamic colors. But as her stay progressed, the artwork seemed to shift in a way that defied explanation. At first, the changes were subtle, a slight alteration in the figure's posture or an added shadow. But by the third night, the paintings had grown dark and grotesque, their subjects staring at her with lifelike intensity. One evening, she swore she saw one of the figures blink. Terrified, Emily packed her belongings and fled the apartment. She later discovered that the property's previous occupants had reported similar experiences. The apartment, it seemed, held more than just art. It held an unsettling presence that watched and waited. The Ritual Room, Cozy Cabin, Colorado, 2017. For Sam and Mia, a secluded cabin in Colorado promised peace, quiet, and a chance to reconnect. The picturesque scenery, with its snow-capped mountains and dense pine forests, set the perfect mood. But the discovery of a locked door in the basement unraveled their serene getaway. When they finally forced the door open, they found a room filled with symbols carved into the walls, melted candles, and what appeared to be ritualistic offerings. The air inside felt heavy, oppressive, as if the room itself carried a dark energy. As they backed away, the cabin seemed to come alive with sounds, whispers and footsteps echoing through the halls. Sam and Mia left the cabin without hesitation, abandoning their plans to stay the weekend. They later learned that the cabin had once been the site of occult practices. Though the rituals had ended years ago, the sinister energy they summoned had never truly left. Each story serves as a chilling reminder of the unexpected dangers lurking in seemingly ordinary places. Whether you're planning your next adventure or reminiscing about past trips, think carefully about the spaces you inhabit. What secrets might they hide? And as you turn the key to your next rental, remember, not everything stays behind locked doors.